Hey everyone, welcome to the arcade. Blue KQ here. Today we're following a match in space battles, and I'm playing in the Galaxy, which for all intents and purposes is a simplified Des Moines clone. They're listed as tier 7 in the game, but they're all clones of tier 10 ships of one flavor or another. Space battles can be kind of fun. It's a mode where theoretically we're on an alien planet fighting other ships, but wargaming also uses this as an opportunity to test different game types and things like that. Now this happens to be Epicenter. This is a game mode that we are familiar with. Binary Star is the other one that they're playing with right now, which is an interesting twist on a 2-cap domination mode match. This is the map that's based on Tiers of the Desert, has a few extra islands and some various space type decorations, crashed spaceships and things along those lines. Space battles can also be kind of fun because it's a little less stressful. They're not going to maintain your stats or anything like that. It's just a lot of fun to get out and play. Now, unfortunately, when people just get out and play for the fun of it, sometimes it looks like they forgot how to play the game, or maybe they're not familiar with, just how badly a mistake can be punished at tier 10 battles. But in some cases, that's your team, and in some cases, you have the team that remembered how to play and the other team forgot. The one thing I find kind of difficult in space battles is gauging speed. Like, it takes way too long for me to kill this destroyer. It looks like he's turning his engines on and off, on and off, on and off. But in reality, that's probably that his engines were knocked out, and so he was coasting along, or maybe using Last Stand if he has that on there. But regardless, it took me a little bit to figure out that he wasn't going very fast, but he was actually moving forward still. Here's the part that I'm talking about, where it looks like some folks just forget that this is still a warships game and the tactics involved in that. This Norma, which is a Minotaur clone, comes out broadside, turns around and goes completely broadside the other direction. So I managed to get a Citadel on him as he's trying to get back to island cover and back to his team. But that doesn't stop his friends from stepping out and coming to his aid, as we'll see in a little bit. These cruisers that are here in front of me generally looks like they forgot how to play the game, and we'll see that as it comes along. Looking around though, I'm playing it close. I'm in essentially a Des Moines clone, so I'm using armor to try to protect the side of my ship from taking massive damage, keeping my nose pointed at ships that could that are closer and could hit me. But the idea is that I'm kind of slow playing my way up. I waited a little bit and did a little bit of damage around as we were moving forward, but now that I can tell where the enemy team is and where they've traveled to, now it's okay for me to get a little more aggressive. So this Galaxy, another Des Moines clone, pops out broadside to me. I'm not even sure why he slowed down, because he really needs to make it to that island, but the Citadels hurt him pretty bad. Did saturated damage on his nose there because he was slowing down, but finished him off with another Citadel. This Norma slowing down, trying to use that island armor, best armor, and so far doing a pretty decent job at it. Still moving forward though, so I'm keeping my eye on it. I'm not spotted, which means that the DD that's out there in that smoke in front of me isn't spotting me yet. And now the smoke is dissipating, so I'm spotted. So might as well start shooting at him, see if I can shoot and do some damage. I was kind of expecting him to turn, but he didn't, so I missed entirely with that salvo. And then he ends up disappearing again. So looking around, I still know that Norma is out in front of me. Some other ships on the side of the island there to my right. So I'm going to try to pay attention to what's going on there. This Norma's shooting in his smoke. But it's pretty far out, so exposing the island. Just put some blind shots out there and get a Citadel and pen and overpens. More Citadels, more overpens. So I just keep shooting. He's clearly, pushed out. Maybe he's trying to back up, but the Minotaur is pretty slow at backing up and not so much. Now I'm close enough to where I can spot him in his smoke, and we're going to go ahead and finish him off with a few more citadels. I'm expecting that there's some torpedoes coming from the destroyer, so I want to keep moving up. And this other Norma is coming out again. I'm not sure if they remember how to play the game or if they're just trying to be greedy and get some torpedo hits on me, but the idea that they come out from behind their island cover and expose their side to a Des Moines is pretty dangerous on their part. So we're going to get a bunch more citadels on this guy, and I'm expecting that if nothing else, he's going to throw torpedoes. So I cannot pursue that gap. I can't stop here. I can't go push into the middle right there. I need to wait and see what happens with his torpedoes, because undoubtedly he sent them. There they are. They're coming at me. He fired them single fire, so if those had, if I had stayed where those were going, undoubtedly he would have been able to get a flesh wound kill on me with that many torpedoes in a concentrated area. So since I couldn't go in that way, I've turned the other way. I'm going to wait and see if I can scare off this destroyer. I'm spotted now, so that means he's not in that smoke anymore, and he's out in front of the island. So I'm going to use my radar and try to push him away. I don't want him getting any closer. I don't want him to stick around and harass me. So his response has typically been to run. He stayed broadside there long enough to get torpedoes off, so I'm already going to turn and make his torpedoes miss. And he's doing the smart thing, which is point directly away from me, wiggle back and forth. It makes it harder to shoot at because determining, where he's going to be and when he's going to turn, plus the kind of aim assist when you're locked onto a ship like that, kind of throws the shots one side to the other. So since he's disappeared now with my radar down, I'm going to go ahead and disengage and regroup with the rest of my team, because now I'm out pretty far without any cover. We're going to skip ahead during this transit time. I've made my way back north to the rest of my team. Going to come around the island here and push into the middle. They have 4 ships left. There's the Paris Republique clone over there that I'm just trying to finish with some long-range shots before he's able to regroup and heal. We got the destroyer that I chased off to the corner. I wasn't going to chase him to the border. Wanted to regroup with my team, so I let him go. And then there's 2 cruisers over on the other side of the map that my team is working on over there. So again, taking basically max range shots, trying to get some shots landed on the Paris, and maybe set a fire and something so that he can be taken off the map. He was pretty low already, but he's healed up some of his health. He was out of range or behind islands from our team, so they weren't able to finish him off. So I'm just trying to do that now. I've got 4 kills already, so I'm looking for that Kraken, hoping I can get either this Paris or one of the other ships before the match is over. Again, these are max range shots on this Paris. It's a little difficult to actually gauge where he's going to be because I can't quite reach him as nicely as I want to. The destroyer pops back up. I'm still trying to kill the Paris, so I take another shot at him. One of my teammates was able to finish him off. So I'm going to focus on the destroyer. I pop hydro because that's going to run for a long time and help me spot his torpedoes if he indeed sent them my way. And now that he's disappeared, I'm going to go ahead and light up my radar. In the past, he's been pretty passive where he turns and runs, but for whatever reason now he's decided he needs to be more aggressive. Maybe he's hoping that this is going to his only chance to win the game, or maybe he's just decided he's going to come in and get some damage before the match is over. But regardless, with my radar popped and my teammates around, he doesn't last very long. So that pretty much finished off the match. Like I said, I got 4 kills, so didn't quite get that Kraken. Got the achievement that the space battles for getting 3 kills in a match in the spotlight. 137,000 damage. 19 Citadel hits, mostly on those Normas and that Des Moines, those 3 cruisers that came out from behind the islands, broadside to, essentially in front of a Des Moines, the Galaxy in this case. And taking a look at the final team score, myself and my division mate ended up 1 and 2 on the team, 1,885 base XP And of the achievements, the one that was out there for in the spotlight for the space battles. And taking a look at the detailed results, almost 47,000 on one of the Normas, almost 40 on the second Norma. The Galaxy was only 15 and a half, 26 to finish off that Blue Aster at the beginning of the match. Another 13 on the second Blue Aster, and 7,500 on the Galaxy. So mostly those first two ships that were nearly full health before they came out broadside from behind an island right in front of me, and was able to do massive damage to them. Hit like if you like the match. Leave some comments down below. Are you having fun with the space battles? Do you find them frustrating? What are your thoughts? Was this year better than last year's space battles? I'm enjoying them. I'm having fun just because it's low key, low stress. I hope you guys are too. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Hit that bell button if you want to be notified when a video goes live. Thanks for stopping by the arcade.